Hey everybody, Striders here with another pre-game analysis on the stats. So for the red team, we have a Blitzcrank, Rengar, Shen, Corki, and LeBlanc versus an Alistar, Twisted Fate, Singed, Jax, and Vayne. So going off the stats, we're going to go ahead and start with the top lane being Shen versus Singed. Now Shen mains jungle. He has played 32 games with Shen at 53%. But I don't know how many of those games were jungle or how many of those were top. Either way, it's a pretty average win ratio with the Shen. I think that's kind of a bad sign. The Singed is also a jungle main, but has played over 225 games with Singed at a 61% win ratio. So I'm definitely going to give top lane to Singed. I think he will prevail as the stronger champion. So going on to LeBlanc versus Twisted Fate. LeBlanc mains caster, only played 12 games with LeBlanc at a 41% win ratio. That's bad. But Twisted Fate has 75 games at a 69% chance, also maining caster. I think Twisted Fate has a huge advantage as far as the numbers go. LeBlanc should win out on that matchup, but I just don't see it happening. With the lack of experience that LeBlanc has and the win ratio that Twisted Fate has in conjunction with his experience. So if we take a look at the junglers next, it's going to be Rengar versus Jax. So Rengar mains caster typically has not played Rengar in a rank game at all. So that's a little bit scary. He's doing jungle, which is not his main, and also playing Rengar, which is obviously not his main because it's his first game. Jax also mains caster, but has played 6 games with Jax with a 50% win ratio. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Jax just because I think Jax is a more well-rounded champion, and I think he's just overall stronger, especially in the late game. So as far as bottom lane goes, Corki versus Vayne. They both main AD carry. Corki has about 95 games played with a 63% win ratio, and Vayne has about 103 games with a 61% win ratio. So basically, completely off stats, as well as even champion picks, I still think Corki is better than Vayne, just because of his poke and his disengage and everything. If you put that in conjunction with the Blitzcrank, however, it's going to make him a little bit even stronger. It's definitely going to make him stronger. So Blitzcrank has played, over 60 games, almost 70, with Blitzcrank at 72% win ratio. And also mains support, which is kind of rare. Alistar mains jungle, has played about 40 games with Alistar at a 63% win chance. So a little bit less experience, and possibly some of that is from the jungle and not support. I definitely think that Corki and Blitzcrank should win their bottom lane. And that combined with everything else, I just don't think the red team is going to have enough. But if you combine all the games of everybody's win ratios, the red team has a 63.59% chance of winning the game, and the blue team has a 62.67% chance of winning the game. So purely based off stats, it's very, very close. Personally, I'm going to give the edge to the blue team just because of the lack of experience on the red team. So let's go ahead and get into the game and see what happens. Hey everybody, Striders back with another daily high ELO casting, and this game I am so excited about. There's so many champions I wanted to see. LeBlanc is still my favorite champion of all time. I love watching Vayne's play at high ELO. They're just absolutely phenomenal. A jungle Jax, I haven't seen that in forever. A really long time has been since I've seen a jungle Jax. The Singed, I don't see Singed top very frequently. I love Singed. One of my friends main Singed for all of season 1, and we used to just tear it up with him playing Singed, and he's just a really fun champion. He's the ultimate troll, more of a troll than Trundle. He just runs away, and it's so annoying, but it's so good. I really want to see if this LeBlanc builds properly. I'm so harsh on all LeBlanc players. And no, she is not. She didn't ruin her mastery properly. So we'll see. We'll see how well she does in the long run. But I really, I want to try to get my LeBlanc guide out there just to see if any pro players end up picking up on it and seeing what goes down. But that could be very dangerous for LeBlanc. That flash pulverize could have came out and done a lot of damage. Yeah, auto attacks, go. Kill 408, down with 408. And oh man, LeBlanc has the worst laugh in the game. Oh, and a great gold card coming out. And now the stun going out from Jax, but he's going to get exhausted. The flash pulverize coming out. Rengar might actually go down almost instantly in the snare, not quite proccing the second bit of damage. And now this is really, really bad. It looks like, yes, Blitzcrank will go down as well. And the slow card going down onto this Corki. He is going to be able to flash over the wall just fine. And that's going to be a 2-for-0 level 1 engagement in favor of the blue team. And that's going to swing them into early game really easily. Although they do have a lot of really late game champions. Like, if blue team can make it to late game, they should win. I mean, they have ways to get to late game. I mean, they could have Alistar roam around a little bit. They have TF. TF can just teleport gank. So mid game, they're going to have pretty strong just because of TF. Jax is a hyper carry late game. He just absolutely rips through people. Same with Vayne. Vayne is ridiculous late game. And Singed is ridiculous late game because he's impossible to kill. So with those 2 early kills and first blood, I mean, they're already up 1,000 gold. I don't know how good red team is going to be able to deal with that. They do have a little bit of help just because that Shen. That Shen will be able to save quite a bit, depending on how much LeBlanc roams, how much she can pressure that TF to basically force him not to ultimate. Excuse me. I must have drank too fast because I got hiccups now. This is very unprofessional. How come this never happens to anybody else? Oh my gosh, a lot of damage going out on Singed. Is he good? No. Wow, okay, so that was a lot more damage than I expected him to be at that level, that early level. And this Rengar is actually going AD, which is quite surprising. And oh my gosh, LeBlanc is so close to dying already. Which is very interesting since LeBlanc is quite a big counter. And a bullet strike going down onto TF. And a great job getting that kill. Oh, she is going to flash out of there. Going to be able to get away. No, Jax is going to initiate her on her right away. And is he going to take that last tower shot? Yes, it does kill him, but she doesn't even get the auto attack on him. So unfortunate. She really should have noticed that it was going to happen. Stayed near her tower, closer to Rengar. But, oh my gosh, Vayne gets grabbed and gets pushed up from the Power Fist. Poor little Vayne getting fisted by the... Oh my gosh, wow, this is a crazy tank battle. I can't believe they're they're that low and they're just staying in lane. But yeah, the poor little Vayne getting Power Fisted by the Blitzcrank. It's very, very unfortunate for her, but she did a great job. She actually pushed back the Corki, which is exactly what she needed to do. So that condemn on the Corki was super powerful. And now, yes, oh, the headbutt is actually going down, but now the stun going down onto Blitzcrank. I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of this. I think his flash is still down. He does have an exhaust and a summoner heal. He could bait that out just a little bit. Rengar's here, and the grab barely missing. Rengar's coming out. He does have double buffs. It's very bad if he decides to tower dive, because that's going to give double buffs to possibly Jax. And that would not be good news at all. So TF is level 4 already. LeBlanc is still set at level 3. At least she's skilling properly. That's good. Oh, and a great grab coming out. Rengar versus the Jax. It's going to be pretty big. He's going to be able to get away with it. That red buff is just not going to be enough damage. That early Vamp Scepter helped Jax so much, just being able to heal up as much as possible. Very unfortunate that Rengar wasn't able to pick that up, though. And now a great headbutt pulverize coming down, and a condemn into the wall. She does get exhausted, and now she is going to get... No, Power Fist actually going down to Alistar, and the Ignite going down. She's at 15 health, oh, and just barely misses the Phosphorus Bomb. Now Jax is coming down bottom, and he might... Yes, Jax is going to Ghost, gonna get that stun down onto the Corki, and pick it up with the Empowered Strike, as well as the Leap Strike. Great play by the blue team, just taking control of this game since the beginning engagement. This is really not looking good for the red team. It's already 3k gold behind at 5 minutes in. That is dangerous. There's also a ward in the jungle, so they know exactly where Rengar is. And Rengar, they also have one right at his red buff. So Rengar is not really going to be any surprise to any lane whatsoever at all. TF is getting pretty close to level 6, and LeBlanc is not even really that close to level 5. Very unfortunate. Rengar is coming in trying to get a gank, and a great snare now coming out. The silence going down. Is he going to be able to get out of here? Yes. Oh my gosh. Rengar goes down, does the bullet strike, does the battle roll. Battle roar. He's not going to be able to follow up on that, and that was definitely a waste of flash. I didn't think that he should have done that. That was a bad idea. I think he was just trying to make good of a bad situation that their team is in right now, and Singed getting absolutely destroyed by the Shen. So Shen's doing pretty good, actually. I'm kind of surprised. And a great taunt going down. Is he going to be able to get that little bit extra damage? That ignites going down. 52 health, 22 health, 23 health. Yes! And that is going to be it. Great job by Shen being able to solo down a Singed 1v1. And that is definitely going to help his team, even if it's just a little bit. It does do a whole lot of damage. Jax coming in, getting the Counter-Strike stun proc onto LeBlanc. LeBlanc gets ulted by the Shen, but she doesn't stay in the fight, which is a little interesting. Although TF did have the gold card proc, so she would have been stunned and probably instantly killed. So good map awareness by her. Good job by Shen being able to pick up that save. I don't think she might have died. It would have been really close. They could have decided to initiate onto that, go for the tower dive, but Rengar was right there and he might have been able to pick up a kill or two. But that's all speculation, and that's not what happened, so let's not talk about it, shall we? Uh-oh, Corki's getting pinged off. I don't know if, yes, the TF ult's gonna come in. Gold card going down right onto him. Kadem actually going into the wall onto Blitzcrank to prevent him from doing any form of CC. A great play by Vayne. They coordinated that perfectly. That was really good. That Condemn didn't even look like it was going to actually stun it, but knocked him away, and that's all she really needed to do. But either way, that was just a wonderful play. Singed now already getting the Catalyst, and that's really going to help him in lane, especially against the Shen. Shen does have that Null Magic Mantle. It's going to help against the poison. Singed is going to do his Singed farming behind the tower as much as possible. You know, he can't really do anything. Shen's a really good farmer at the tower, though, so he's not really going to mind all that much, but he is going to take a lot of tower damage. And now again, Singed is going for these golems, but Shen has to protect this tower. If he does not protect this tower, it's gonna go down, obviously, but he needs to stay at the tower so he can prevent the creeps from taking it. And that's what Singed is taking advantage of massively. Singed is level 8. He's just picking up free creep kills all day. He's going to run back into their jungle. I don't know if he's going to place down another ward. It's very possible he does it. Yes, he does. The same spot. And that is a phenomenal ward. And then he's going to go for the race. So Singed is counter jungling like crazy. This is a wonderful play by Singed. The Bullet Strike coming down, slowing down the Singed, but it's not really going to be all that much. He's probably going to ult out of here. Yes, he will. He's going to also Ghost. Throw down the Q, and oh my gosh, she flings Shen over the wall. Great job, but in the meanwhile, Blitzcrank is gonna go. Yes, he was able to get the ult off onto Vayne. The tumble didn't do enough. Now Alistar's probably gonna go down. Yes, Corki picks up a double kill, and that is very, very scary. Red team's coming back, but now Shen might be going down. Yes, it looks like he will go down to a combination of the Singed, and LeBlanc did not quite. She needs to teleport back. She does snare. This is gonna be bad. If he gets another Counter-Strike stun on her, it's gonna be super scary. And yeah, she does have to flash almost immediately to get away from that TF. She takes a little bit of damage. It doesn't look like she's actually gonna control her clone at all, but that's okay. It probably wasn't gonna do much. I don't think the TF or the Jax would have followed for it anyway. Now the ultimate coming out from TF. I don't know where it's going. It's going back mid. Okay. I kind of wish they had a minimap icon where TF was teleporting to for like only allied players or something. I don't know. I think it would be cool, but it would just help for spectators if you're watching TF and all of a sudden he pops his ultimate and he starts teleporting. You have no idea where he's teleporting to. It's a little interesting. It's kind of hard, but you got to be on your toes. I didn't see any possible gank opportunities, so it was really difficult to follow him to see where he'd go. But I guess mid was his only real option. So now LeBlanc, with that blue buff, she's going to be really powerful at this point. She has the early Sork Shoes, which is exactly what she needs for roaming. Now she really just needs her jungler to kind of farm up and stay mid as much as possible. Blitzcrank's coming and he might go for a grab, but he's way too slow at this point. He doesn't have level 2 boots. The overdrive is just not going to be enough right now. He only has level 1 overdrive, level 4 grab, and I see a lot of Blitzcranks leveling grab now. It looks like the lower cooldown is extremely important for them. Rengar coming in, seeing the Singe, trying to take his red buff, and it's going to do a lot of damage. And now Rengar throws the bullet strike, being able to snare him for just a little bit. And, oh yes, the snare now coming out from LeBlanc. She's going to be able to get that silence, and now the taunt coming out. Is she going to go down? No, the fling actually hits the illusion. Very unfortunate for Singe. Singe is getting a little bit too cocky, and this is swinging the red team back into this game. Their mid-game presence is so strong right now. And TF applying a lot of pressure in mid. He's going to throw out those wild cards, be able to farm really, really well. TF has his ultimate almost up. So close. Is he going to use it? Is he going to use it? 1 second. No. Very unfortunate. Would have definitely, if Rengar waited like 5 more seconds, he would have died from that TF if TF decided to use his ultimate. And one last minion hit, killing that mid tower. And that's kind of the downside of LeBlanc. LeBlanc's not a very good farmer. Right now, the teleport coming in, initiating onto the Corki. A great pulverize coming down, but Shen's going to come out, try to save as much as possible, but the Gadem being able to blow up that, oh my gosh, blow up the Blitzcrank, and now Vayne gets a double kill. They're initiating onto the tower at this point. But now LeBlanc's coming in from the back, able to get a lot of damage, and now she's going to get condemned into that wall, very possibly, and she is able to pick up the kill, and now Vayne is, Vayne's ignited. She's super, super low, but so is the Shen. Everybody's so close to dying. Rengar might go for a tower dive here. I don't know if he will.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
But that bullet strike will be able to take it really easily. No, it looks like he's just going to go for the counter jungle. Let Vayne recall. Not the best of ideas, my opinion. Yeah, I think he probably should have gone for that. I don't know if she would have been able to condemn in mid-air and it not register the auto attack. Sometimes it does, depending on what it is, but I really don't know all the ins and outs and the priorities as far as Rengar versus Vayne's condemn. It would be nice to see, though. It's something we definitely need to test out, and I think Rengar may have had the same question. He's like, if I go in there, she's just going to condemn me, like before I even get an auto attack, and that would have been really bad. But he does have those 5 stacks of pass. He's going to be able to rip apart that dragon, and the first dragon going to the red team at 13 minutes, and that's going to come up at about 19:30. But the red team is still a little bit behind. That first blood really kind of put them behind, as well as losing 2 towers. Singe is, again, just doing a Singe farming thing, and a great stun coming out with the counterattack and a condemn into the wall, being able to pretty much instantly kill that Blitzcrank, preventing him from doing anything. And that's just a really dangerous bush to be in against an Alistar Vayne combo, and that's why it's been so well known. And a great job. She really needs to auto attack to kind of just slow him down as much as possible. She gets as much damage as she can, but she's gonna take too much from the poisons. Now Corki's coming up. Is he gonna use Valkyrie? No, he gets flung over. Now he should be doing something. Oh, the Vayne uses ultimate, but TF pops his, being able to seek him down. And now, yes, Corki does end up going down. Very unfortunate. And the Rengar is probably next to go. The gold card coming down. Jack's picking up that kill without any problems. And the blue team's really coming together. Their ganking potential is so high. Yeah, just so high with the combination of Jax, TF, and Alistar. It's so dirty. And their late game, like I said, their late game presence is just absolutely insane. So, it's not looking good for the red team, and the red team they have a pretty good mid game, but it looks like blue team wants to end the mid game as soon as possible, and they're doing a really good job at it so far. TF being able to pick up that blue buff, no problems there, but the blue buff is not up for the red team yet, so LeBlanc is going to be without it. She's just going to hang on to her red buff, and do as many auto attacks as she can, throw on a little bit of extra true damage, see what happens. TF doesn't quite have his ult yet. It's about halfway down on cooldown. Shen's just continuing to, jungle himself, farm up as much as possible. As far as gold goes, it looks like Singed is #1 in the game with 5,500 gold, which is 1,000 over the Shen, his counter lane opponent. He has 137 creep kills, which is absolutely ridiculous. Blitzcrank gets the grab onto the Singed, and now he's kind of running even with the Singed, trying to do what he can. Singed popped his ultimate. Is he going to be able to get another fling? Uh-oh, yes, the flank coming down with the headbutt and the pulverize. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to get out of this. And a condemn into the wall, possibly in his future. No, he's not actually going to use it yet. Vayne might use it on the Corki just to get it onto the tower. No. Wow, she just absolutely demolishes that Corki. Very, very, very bad. But I did actually miss what happened mid at the same time. So it looks like, yes, LeBlanc is doing what she can, being able to take down. Oh my gosh, so that was a great exchange for the TF. TF kind of auto-attacked both of them. He didn't know which one was real. He's like, this one's real. No, this one's real. No, both of them are real. Just hit them both. And he was able to pick up the kill before LeBlanc did, but overall it was definitely a good trade. They really, really needed that to come back. Uh-oh. Alistar has disconnected for the blue team, and that is not going to be good because they really need the Alistar to do quite a bit of tanking. And Blitzcrank's coming in really fast. Don't know why, but he does chase him away, and that's all that really matters, I suppose. I don't know what he's doing at this point. He does get slowed down by the Bilgewater Cutlass coming up from Jax, and Corki is also here, ready for the kill. Cinch is all by himself. Uh-oh, TF is coming in. He is gonna teleport. The Corki gets stunned mid-Valkyrie, and the stun is also gonna come out from the Jax, and he's gonna go down really easily from the Jax. And oh my gosh, LeBlanc is doing so much damage. And yes, the Ignite's gonna pick it up. She is able to recall back to her original spot. And now the taunt coming out from Shen. Rengar going out with the Ignite, being able to pick up the kill from Shen. Great job, and 3 assists. So that's really gonna help their team as well. Sinch is going into the team and executing himself. I don't know if he just knew he couldn't get out of it, trying to delay as many creeps going in the lane as possible. Not sure what his thought process was, but I guess it worked. I mean, all the minions are really low that were coming out of spawn, so it's not, I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but it's still an interesting play by him. He doesn't have too much armor, so he's not going to be able to tank it as much. He has a lot of MR, though. He really wants to sustain the damage coming out from LeBlanc, I guess, but Sinch doesn't typically have a problem later on in the game. Unless he's just rushing towards that Banshee's kill right away, which I suppose... Oh no, he got a Rod of Aegis. Yeah, actually, it looks like he's going for a Force of Nature, and that is not going to be good. That's going to increase his movement speed, increase his MR by a boatload, and yeah, it's just going to be terrifying once he gets that. I'm looking forward to see how much pressure he's going to be able to apply all across the map. The last time I think I casted with the Singed in the game, he built 3 or 4 Rod of Ages, and that's pretty much all he did. Great headbutt coming out, and now the Pulverize. The Ghost coming out from Shen. I'm not sure if that was really necessary, but he definitely needed to get away from the Singe. Singe is really going to be able to apply a lot of damage just with that extra AP that he's getting. Rengar going really hard onto the Singe. He's going to be following the Singe, which I think is a bad idea. But in the meantime, there is a huge kill coming out from LeBlanc. LeBlanc is going to kiss, do so much damage. Oh, misses the snare, gets condemned into the wall. Very unfortunate, but the exhaust coming down. And yes, the ult with a combination of the Sigil of Silence and the Deathfire Grasp was going to prove to be way too much for Vayne to handle. So great job, great job by LeBlanc and Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank providing a perfect exhaust and CC mechanism just for LeBlanc to be able to get back into the fight, even though she got stunned in the wall from the condemned. LeBlanc taking a little bit of unnecessary damage from those wild cards, and her QR combo is really not doing too much to that Jackson round. That was 83 MR, that needs to get fixed, but now the ultimate going down onto the Stand United from the Corki. Corki's going to Valkyrie away, and he's not doing any damage in this team fight, and that's going to prove to be really, really bad for the red team. But they were able to pick up the kill on the Jax, and now the Ignite, yes, being able to take down the Rengar, the Pulverize going down on the Shen. I think Shen's going to go down from the combination of Vayne and the tower. Great job. And now, great. Yeah, that was phenomenal. Summoner heal going out from Blitz is really going to apply a little bit more pressure than I think they really wanted. And oh my gosh, so close to killing that Vayne. Vayne's at 137 health. The Pulverize is going to be too much for this Blitzcrank right now. He headbutted him away. So great protection coming out from this Alistar right now. Oh, and the grab just barely missing. If he would have just waited a little bit further to get snared. Now the Flink going down. He's going to be able to get a headbutt Pulverize combo possibly. But it looks like Shen's just going to chase him down. And LeBlanc is going down really, really easily from this Vayne, just going to be able to charge her down. And as Vayne kills the Blitz, Blitz grabs and says, "Don't let me go. Don't let me go, Vayne." And, yeah, Vayne just, again, absolutely rips through everybody late game. And since she already has 9 kills, she has a Bloodthirster and a Zeal, and that is not good. That's a really good, solid early game build. Shen has a really good split pushing build though. He has a Wit's End with the Ionic Spark. But more importantly, Blue Team is going after the Baron right now at 21 minutes. It's pretty solid. They do have a lot of really good Baron takers though. I mean, they have the Jax as well as the Vayne, and that is ridiculous amount. So great. Singe tries to go in there and steal it. Not going to be able to. They were able to pick him up without any problems, and now they're just going to recall, go back, buy, and actually that is going to end up being a surrender vote coming out for the red team. Wonderful game. It looked like the red team was just kind of lost from the beginning. Once they got once the blue team got 2 kills at the beginning, it was really difficult for the red team to come back from that. They started to, but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. Blue team just had such a great team comp. Made it very difficult for red team to really do anything. They put up a great fight though, and you can't blame them for that. So, you know, congratulations to the blue team. GG to the red team. And again, if you guys like my videos, make sure to hit the like button and hit this giant subscribe button here on the middle of the screen. If you want to see any of my next videos, they're going to be up here at the top. And the previous video is going to be here at the top as well. Thanks guys for watching, and if you have any comments or questions or anything, send me a PM, leave a comment. I answer pretty much everything. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow.